Yes. Okay, to use stat body, okay. Wat is sy online ID? SRC68? Hello.
I'm assuming that you weren't getting. You probably got the same sort of settings as me, friends only. So I'm sending you invites out, and you're not getting them.
Tell me what you're doing.
I didn't think that until I didn't think that until we were part way through the race, and I just thought, I'm stuck on watching the leader. There's nothing else I can do. Luckily, I can waffle inane bullshit for as long as it takes. which that was definitely winging it. Tell me. that was certainly winging it, because obviously it took me a moment or two to think, oh yeah, we got green cars and we got blue, white, and with a little bit of red. So the green cars are the SARCO cars. It's like because I said to Mackie originally after the last one, I said, if you want me to join you guys, I said I'm more than happy. Sometimes 2, 3, 4 heads are better than one.
Yeah, definitely.
When somebody dries up, somebody else can chirp in with some other innate load of crap that'll fill up the next few seconds, and it's just a bit more fun. You can bang heads a bit, can't you?
Yeah, but last time we actually had a problem. They only hear basically one of the commentators. That's the only thing. So I don't know why.
Well, I've just literally set up a Twitch account like 20 minutes before we started.
Okay.
Literally, because I've commentated before, but for a group called Gather Racing.
Yeah.
And obviously we did. It was all done through their account. You didn't open an account yourself. You just had the username and password to have access to it, which I think is an easier way of doing it.
Yeah.
And all we did was this: we'd open up a party. I don't know any other way of doing it. So if people have done it another way, then I just find this easier because it locks the commentary team, whoever you may be, however many of you there may be. You're just in your own little bubble.
Yeah, because at the moment I'm also live streaming on YouTube as well. So.
Oh, right. So you're doing YouTube, I'm doing Twitch. So between the two of us, we're covering all bases there, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool. Because I know there's another method. I don't know. Have you got like Elgato or anything like that?
No.
Or are you just doing it through PlayStation Standard?
Yeah, just.
That's the way I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Right. I'm being told. I leave my messages on so I can get a bit of background info. I'm being told you're a bit quiet. That's probably me because I'm a noisy bastard. But it's.
Yeah, let me just maybe adjust the microphone. Let's see.
Just so we can turn you up a tad.
Yeah.
Just like I say, I've got the stream on here as well. But usually once we start going, I turn the sound down because it's about
a delay.
It's about 5-10 second delay.
Yeah.
Because I decided not to go for the highest resolution just in case. I thought the higher resolution I try and go for, the more likely is it's going to lag.
Yeah, because we checked on the Twitch account, because I actually watched it now. There's a difference between the Twitch and the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, there's certainly. I think, in truth, I don't know how much, whether one's better than the other, or what. If I'm really honest with you, I've never really looked into it. It did look okay.
Yeah.
It did look okay. I didn't alter the frame rate or anything like that. I just went for whatever the bog standard was. Right, I'm just being told that's a bit better. Cool. Happy days. But it's easier in a party. It's at least that way we can all kind of be locked away. So this way, I suppose.
Yeah.
We get the benefit of both worlds. Both of us get broadcast to where you're doing it. Both of us get broadcast to where I'm doing it. So we get a simultaneous broadcast.
So where's Mackie tonight?
I believe he's got a family barbecue. He's got a few people around, so he did just message me back. I sent him a second invite just in case. He probably thought I was inviting him again.
Okay.
But it's cool. I'm told it looks great. So, like I said, I got the camera matrix this time just in case you weren't able. So have you got a camera matrix on yours, or are you getting mine now? Because I'm just doing this as a test.
Yeah. You are doing the camera matrix at the moment, so I've got nothing.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. That's fine. That's what I normally have because unfortunately I've got nerve and muscle damage due to diabetes, so I'm not the most manually dexterous, but.
Okay.
But I thought it's easier this way, just in case I lost you.
Yeah.
Then at least we don't have to look. I mean, it's funny because the car that I'm actually on at the moment is a guy that I've followed for 7 laps.
Oh, Bruno, yeah.
Which is, yeah. I called him Brufro anyway, but I didn't know whether he was or
Bruno. Yeah, his real name is Bruno. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in all fairness, it was a good lesson of how to drive Sonoma anyway. So what I'm going to do, we're going to have a little. I mean, I prefer trackside. I think.
Yeah, it's better actually. Yeah.
But I just couldn't pick anything at all. So, hey, to anyone watching, yeah, it was cool. Yeah, Blitz is just telling me here, he's saying YouTube is better long term for viewing. Twitch doesn't save the vids for as long. Oh, right, it doesn't, does it? Okay, that tells you what I know, doesn't it? But I just know that like YouTube. Previously, when I've raced with other groups, because believe it or not, I race with 5 groups at the moment. I race every night a week.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite a hectic thing to
I'm
race every
retired,
night.
so
Okay.
I'm retired. I got all the time in the world. I'm a 50-year-old guy who's retired, who's got the brain of a 15-year-old. Trust me.
Okay.
I have 1 wife and 14 cats, and they're all house pets. I know. I'm just a complete. I am a complete and utter bonkers person, honestly.
Okay.
But I just think life is for living. You just got to have fun, haven't you? The more laughing you can do, the more enjoyable you can make it, the better it is for everybody.
No, definitely.
That's my attitude, anyway. Unless, of course, you're Oscar Pistorius, and that's a totally different thing. But we're not going into that one, are we?
Yeah, no, that's also a sick bastard, really.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, I saw we had this daft new toilet lock, and it says, instead of saying vacant and whatever, it just says don't shoot. I know, that's terrible. That's really bad. But I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Steenkamp wouldn't particularly want that, but I think he got what he deserved in the end.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a travesty that he didn't get put away for a long time in the first place, but hey.
Yeah.
In the meantime, hopefully that will not happen to any of these guys.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure it won't. We have such boring lives, don't we? So anyway, I'm being really stupid now. What time is it for you guys?
It's let me tell you, it's now 9 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, so you're right. Yeah, of course, yeah, because I remember from the World Cup, you are pretty much European time, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're sort of Greenwich Mean Time +1.
Yeah, to you, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So that works out rather nice.
Yeah.
And I bet you're warmer than us as well, even though I've got 2 fans and a water bottle filled with cold water.
No, it's winter time now here by us, so.
I know, it's still probably hotter.
Yeah, it's about, I think, 12 degrees at the moment, so.
Is it? Oh my god, I'd love to swap with you. I am somebody that can wear shorts and t-shirt in a freezer and still be too hot. I'm just wrong. There's just something definitely wrong with me. Anyway, in the meantime, we have some gents trying to qualify. I thought we were supposed to be doing a 10-minute quali, but maybe they just thought we'll do 15 anyway. What do I know?
I think
I was told 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, last time was also a 15-minute second race. Yeah.
Oh well. Hey ho. we'll be happy with whatever it is. Well, I think it's fair to say that our Bruno here is pretty good in a Ginetta, which means he's probably pretty good in everything.
Yeah, I must say he's actually quite new to our community, and he converted to a T300 like maybe a month ago. So I must say,
what I've got.
Yeah, he was on a controller, but even on the controller he was super quick. So yeah.
Yeah, he's got the knack. You can see that.
Yeah.
I got to watch 7 laps of him, so I got a pretty good review. But I'll tell you what I haven't done, which is what I like to put up here. Helps if we have a map. That's a start. And I always like to look at the speedo, especially when it comes to the races, especially if we're doing longer races, because I like to look at the disparity sometimes between what people have fuel-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people, it's a pity you can't see tyres. That's one thing that really annoys me.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what. I mean, I converted to hards not that long ago.
Yeah.
I always used to race with softs, but most of the guys that I know that, like say most of these guys, they say no, you got to race with hards, mate. You got to race with hards.
I think since the last update, we saw quite a magnificent change in the tyre temperatures. So.
Yeah, the tyre physics changed massive, didn't they? And the track physics, for that matter. Not always for the better, I'm not sure, but but it possibly more realistic. I mean, I was burning up softs on this track, although I know it was different time of year, but I was burning up softs on here within 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, that's what we also did some testing today. For quali you can maybe run like a 3-lap soft, but then they are past their lifespan, so for the 16-lap race,
you do start losing them there.
Yeah, they actually still look good, but they actually heat up. So, and then you start losing front grip.
I use an RS dash. I don't know whether you.
Yeah, we also use them.
Or,
yeah.
And But for me, it'll be different to what the graphic is
from what the
from
actual
PlayStation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. PlayStation will say that my tyres are green.
Yeah.
All right, Bruno won the last week's 16 laps. Somebody's just telling me reliably. So,
Yeah, no, he had quite a good battle, I think, with Nick and with Super Ford 150. He had quite a good
Super
battle with
Ford
them.
just told me. He's the one that told me. Yeah, they're good boys as well. In all fairness, I didn't join OTL that long ago. I raced with some of the groups, and some people cross. I won't say cross-dress, but they cross groups. That means something completely different, doesn't it? What a word, anyway. Yeah. So we have some cross-dressing transvestite races. No, that is not what I mean.
Oh, well, I don't know what you do in your spare time, so.
Yeah, no. You don't want it, honestly. You really don't. I could be arrested. No, I'm joking. Just never take me seriously, honestly. I don't even take myself seriously. It's just my philosophy is to find something stupid in everything.
Yeah.
But that's just my way of living. I just think, hey, it's all about the fun.
Tell me, what's your real name?
I'm Scott.
Scott, okay.
The SRC is I'm Scott Roy Clark. Oh, there's some lag there from Craig, and he just walloped the 100-yard marker.
Yeah.
We had some out from Bruno
lag.
in lap 8. Yeah, Bruno had it in the last lap of the first race. He was perfectly fine for the first 7, and then I assume that's why he didn't take the win. I didn't know whether he was giving that to somebody else or whether he had damage because of it. But his car looked it looked terrible. It looked like a train wreck. And in all fairness, I think Jack went past him then at that point. And he just I thought he was going to grind to a halt, so I couldn't see what fuel he had or anything. I thought he was going to run out of fuel. So I'm not sure. That'd be interesting to know at some point what he did there, whether he was just giving the win to one of the other lads. I'm not sure. But I suppose that's the one thing that spoils it a bit. The Project Car servers, it's nobody's fault. Okay, there's a few miles between us, but the PC servers are a bit shy, aren't they? To put it rather bluntly.
But in South Africa, it's also more due to, I think, the different type of internet service the guys are using. That's what we noticed.
Do you have fibre optic, or do you still have ADSL, which is a usual copper broadband?
Yeah, fibre is available. So most of the guys are running fibre, but then up in the smaller provinces, they are still running ADSL. Yeah,
which is fair enough. The rollout's going to hit the bigger, more populated areas first. It's like me. I'm a bit out of the way. I've got fibre, but my fibre only runs to a roundabout, which is about half a mile away from my house, because I'm up in the sticks.
Yeah.
I'll get it right at the end.
When there's something out new again.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. Well, what they said to me was, at least you'll get the most modern version when you get it. So yeah, I'll probably be dead by then. It's like, but yeah, it's still pretty good. I get about 40 meg.
Oh, that's
40
quick.
Meg download and about 10 up.
Oh, that's quick.
There's much quicker around here. If you've got Virgin, you can get up to 200. I think 200 is their max.
And then you'll probably be running like a fan on your PS to keep it cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're superb. But again, they're the underground fibre optic cables run directly straight to your property.
Okay.
So there's no loss of bandwidth or anything, which is eventually things like this. I was saying in the first race, things like this are the future of racing between groups. To me, it goes from, you've got the individual races and stuff like that, which we all do. But to be honest, to take it to the next level, this has got to be it, surely.
Yeah, no,
You've
definitely.
got to have leagues for groups. I mean, if they're out there, forgive my ignorance, but I just think it's a really good idea. When I came across it, I thought, yeah, that's really cool. But obviously, between now and the next race, I'll brush up a bit on some info and stuff. Because I like to be well informed, and I feel a bit of a pillock that I don't know who everybody is. I don't know people's history. I'm a bit of a geek, if I'm doing stuff, I like to do it properly.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you get this community against community, I think it will be cleaner racing than the normal public lobbies that's been created. Because last night I went in a lobby and it was pathetic, really.
Public lobbies are disgusting. If I'm honest. To be honest, my rating went down to U842. It's currently, well, it got into B last night. It just dropped down to C because I got punted by some pillock, and I lost my temper and I punted him off and ruined his car completely. Yeah. But it made me feel good. But I lost 20% of my. I dropped from B back down to C, and I lost about 30 points. But I keep saying I'm not doing public lobbies anymore. I'm not doing public lobbies anymore, and then you want to race, don't you?
And if you do want to have like a destruction derby, then just put the points off. Make a private lobby and
I mean, what's the game that's coming out later on this year? Wreckfest or whatever. I believe it's a PC game, but it's coming out on console. Yeah. For all you public lobby zombies that might be watching this, and I'm sure you won't be because, as Craig is currently doing a bit of hill climbing.
Yeah, some 4x4 testing. So.
Yeah, that's not really the car to do it in.
No.
That's interesting. Your car's moving, but your wheels aren't turning. That's probably the best idea. I love this game sometimes. Some of the things that happen in this game are funny.
Yeah, sometimes if you go down a straight, you just suddenly hit a wall out of nowhere. There's a wall somewhere.
Well, if you ever race at Bannockbrae on this game, it's a fictitious place in Scotland. It really does not exist. I can tell you that much. But if you ever race at Bannockbrae, you're coming over the bridge just prior to hitting what I would call the start-finish straight. There's a wall stuck out halfway across the track.
Yeah.
And as you get close to it, obviously it disappears. But the weirder part of it is when it disappears, there isn't actually a wall on the right-hand side anyway. It's a bloody bush. It's a hedge. So it's like. This game is brilliant. Don't get me wrong. For all its good stuff, it has some faults. but the faults make this game, I think. So let's see if we got what we got. Last 45 seconds. So Bruno's 37.4. There's some interesting times. I got to be fair to him. There's some alien times he's putting up there. All I'm seeing at the moment is lap time invalidated. Lap time invalidated. Lots of people. And obviously everyone else gets to see that as well. It's on the stream. Oops. As somebody's there kissing the curb as... it's popular, that. It's probably... That might be the tyres going, or if they're not warm enough yet. Shake and Bake, that's a brilliant name. Dano. Yeah, somebody actually spelt Dano's name wrong once. How can you spell that name wrong? It's Dano. It's brilliant. I think this will be being 16 laps. I think this will be a little more eventful. I don't know what happened in the last race.
Yeah, especially with the time progression as well. Then the track actually gets colder. So.
Yeah, because it's gonna. I mean, with these tyres, it's probably going to take a couple of laps. I would imagine if you're running hard, it's probably going to take a couple of laps for them to get up to temp.
Yeah, about 3 to 4 laps.
All right, is that much? Is it? I've never raced here when it's cooler. I've only ever raced here when it's blisteringly hot. I've just cindered my tyres. I get a lot more tyre scrub than everyone else because of the various ailments I have these days. I'm rubbish these days. I'm way down on where I used to be. But I have to have my steering ratio set to the minimum. So obviously tyre scrub for me is a bit of an issue. In fact, to be honest, you might as well have somebody with like some sandpaper just scrubbing my tyres. It'd probably be less scrubbing than I actually managed to do myself. So my tyres get wasted. So I have to race in hards, unless I'm doing a 2-lap sprint. 37.4. That is, like I said, I've raced in a Ginetta on this track, and it's. To be honest, I was getting like 140s, and
Yeah, me as
was
well.
Probably struggling to hit.
Yeah, me as well. I joined them this afternoon for a couple of practice laps, and I was also
a bit of a practice.
like 140 now and then a 59.8. But yeah,
it is. I think when you watch these guys, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but when I watch these guys, the thing that I tend to look at, I lose all, especially now anyway, in the way I am, I lose everything in the corners. Absolutely everything. I'm fine on the straights. If we just had Roman roads, that'd be great.
Yeah.
but I lose because obviously my manual dexterity with arms and legs, because I've got nerve damage, isn't that brilliant.
Yeah.
Then obviously it might only be point something of a second on each corner, in and out. But over a lap, that's a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So, sorry, Mr. Bruno. I'm not going to watch you for the whole of this race because you got a whole race to yourself last time. So let's go. Oh, yeah. Who's in there?
Yeah,
oh no, that's okay.
Yeah, I checked.
That is my trackside view.
Nick is next to him in second place, so it's not an all SARCO affair this race.
Yeah, like I say, Nick's a good. This will be good. The problem is though, having a right-hand side. I'd rather be in third than second on this track because I'd rather be on the left.
Definitely.
Because it's a horrible start. Because you've got the kink, as I call it. It's not a corner really, is it? It's a kink to the left, and then under the bridge, and then if you're on the right-hand side, you basically get the launch pad onto the burnt grass to the left, which is very easily done. They should have a sort of a side trophy for whoever can have the longest jump off that part of the track. So we're ready to rock and roll. Well, he got a good start last time out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty quick off the mark.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what the times are. See, the track side, I wish it would show me more like that sort of picture there. But it doesn't tend to show that good. See, that's what I like to see. I like to look at everybody coming down into a turn. So I am going to stay with Bruno for a sec as Nick comes up into that turn, because what I want to do is catch this turn here, catch everyone coming around here like this. So this is what I tend to do. I tend to do it like that. So you get I was a bit slow there. To try and catch most of the first group coming round a particular corner. Because obviously in the beginning you've got so many people close to each other.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see. See, this is going to be tight now. You've got these three coming in.
Yeah.
See, this is angle 01. See, I'm trying to be quick, so it looks as if I'm staying in the same place, but then it looks really good if you can get it right.
Yeah.
Because it looks really cool. It gives people a much better look of the track. But it's you need to be quicker on the old thumb than I am as everybody comes in around. So they are going to be quite. We've got a little bit of a gap. The top 10 are there, and then there's like a 5-6 second gap.
Yeah, a second group running in the back.
Yeah, there's sort of like a 2 races in one. And we've no mandatory pit, are we? We're straight 16 lap shootout, aren't we? Assuming that no damage. Oh
yeah, Pod's got some damage. He's pitting already.
Yeah, that's my favourite place. I get to go in the pits. Some people say I am the pits, but I'm sure they mean something else. So let's see if I can get this right this time as we watch Bruno and Naughty Nick and Jack, Marius and Dandy Dons and White Rider, Dubber, Quicksilver and JH. Yeah, I managed to get them all coming through the corner. That's good. But it can look much better. But I just hate the controls with this thing because I keep forgetting that I've got to press. Is that a little battle there? Was he just? That was.
Yeah, Scott checks there from number 13. He's all in the pits. Yes.
Yeah, there must have been a bit of a punt at the back there.
Yeah.
If there was, I missed that completely.
But yeah.
Yeah, as Pod's coming out now.
No, I see.
The thing is, you can't see what damage people have either, can you? Which is really annoying.
Check, there's Craig leaving.
just coming out.
Yeah.
Dylan's coming out. I know that's Dylan because we spoke earlier on.
And there's Dano also still busy repairing.
Yeah, he's I just think it's funny. Sometimes you get what I call the Star Trek vaporized pit crew. Which means you can see right through them. I don't know whether you've come across that wonderful glitch. It's brilliant. They look as if you ever watch the old episodes of Star Trek when they're just being beamed up by Scotty and they start to appear. They're kind of like there, but they're all like almost like molecules, and you can see right through them. It's Project Cars, isn't it? Anyway, in the meantime, Bruno's in his customary position right now, with Nick keeping tabs on him. Jack, these three are pulling away a bit, aren't they?
Oh, there's a car running wide at the back there.
Yeah, so was that. The thing is, I try and look at the replay then because it's a few seconds behind, but by the time I look at that, it's already gone. So at the moment, like I say, we got Bruno and Nick and Jack here.
Yeah,
so
Bruno's got like a 700 of a second over Nick,
Yeah, it's a pretty close one, isn't it? And again,
Jake's is
Jack's
again
keeping in with them. Oh, it's Jake's, right?
Jake's,
cool. As in the famous Jacques Cousteau, but called Jake. So he's having a look on the outside. Is he going to go all the way? No. That's a cracking turn. I wish I could turn my car like that. I would have gone straight into a fence or a wall or something. This is a good little battle, actually. The thing is that Bruno might get a chance to get away if these two are kind of preoccupied.
If they keep each other busy.
Nick might be, Nick's going to be trying to defend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Against Jake's a bit on air.
No, Bruno has pulled a 1.6 second gap over Nick,
Which is easy done because he's not looking at Bruno, he's looking at Jake's. At the moment, I think he'll do well to hold him off. I think.
No, because this is not an easy track to pass. Actually, it's there Nick's running wide.
Yeah, he's run off, so he's
given Jake the inside gap. Yeah.
That's what the pressure does. But is he coming back? He's coming back for a look.
Well, now he can apply the pressure again on Jake's and see whether Jake's can handle it. It's easier to be the guy behind.
Let's have a look in here. I used to do this quite a lot.
Yeah.
I like this. If you've got a battle going on, it can look really good sometimes. Or sometimes, even roof cam, it's not one of my favourite views for people watching. But if you've got a few cars involved, if you pick the back car, you can have a pretty good look at what's in front. But it's good to have a little look. But yeah, Bruno's pulling away. He's over 2 seconds.
Yeah.
See, and Jake's is going to be a buffer.
Definitely. Really? I think that's what they're planning.
Yeah. It's a team race, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's team orders. Look, if Ferrari and Merc can do it, why the hell can't SARCO and OTL? But yeah, this is one of those circuits. Every time I race on this version, I always miss that. I always
go straight
on the GP and go right down the because it's because of the pit lane being where it is. It's not blocked off.
Yeah.
And you just it's what I call muscle memory. From racing a certain circuit, you're almost autopilot.
Yeah, no, I did it for a couple of laps earlier today, going all the way down to the bottom.
You do. You just do it without thinking. It's automatic, isn't it? You're so used to it. It's just like I said to somebody the other day. I reckon I could go to Nordschleife and in any car and do okay because I know the place like the back of my hand. I've been racing it since Gran Turismo 1 or whatever. But it's the only thing that you can't prepare yourself for is camber.
Yeah.
And the G's. That's the one thing that you can't prepare yourself for, because I think on this track you'd certainly feel it. You'd definitely feel it on Nordschleife.
No, that's not one of my favourite tracks, really.
It's on my bucket list. I don't care if I drove a Robin Reliant round it. or a Messerschmitt, a bubble car or something.
Or a bicycle.
Yeah, I don't care what it is. I just want to go around that track. Like, knowing my luck, they'll probably turn around and go, "Here you go, Mr. Clark. Here's a Citroen 2CV. Crack on." Be like, "Thanks. Can't I have a 600 brake horsepower AMG Merc or something?" They probably wouldn't trust me in it anyway. Or I could even take my trusty Rover 75. I can do 130 in that.
Oh, that's fast enough.
Yeah, I do it frequently on the local motorway. What's the point in having a car that can go that fast if you can't? You just have to watch out for policemen, because they kind of don't take kindly to you doing those sort of speeds in the locality.
Okay.
Rotten things that they are anyway. Should be catching burglars instead. But yeah, these front three are definitely well, like I say, Bruno's got to be your find of the year.
Yeah, no, he's like, I say 1.8, 1.9 in front of Jake, so it's not that he's running away from me.
Is he a youngish lad?
Yeah, I don't think he's 50 yet. Yeah, Jake's is 51.
Oh god, so he's around. It's not just me. It's the sad git then. It's like one of our other racing groups, whose name I shall leave out of this conversation. One of the lads joined, and his missus said to him, "Aren't you a bit old to be doing that?" He's 44. He's actually the second youngest in the group.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny. A couple of guys in America, and they're in their mid-50s, and it's just funny as hell. You can just imagine old people's homes in about 10-20 years time. Nobody will be coming down to go in the lounge and sitting watching boring TV programs. They'll all be online racing, won't they?
What do you want for your 70th birthday? Project Cars 4.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I want for my 70th birthday: to be still alive. The way things are going, it's like, luckily I get to pull my private pension when I'm 55. Trust me, I'm spending a whole bleeding lot. The government ain't getting any of it. Can't take it with you, can you? That's the thing.
Never.
It's boring then. Right, let's have a look around. Let's go through the field. This is, see,
Jake's out.
Yeah, he's just letting him being lapped. That's one of the black guys. I didn't notice who it was actually then. But again, these two are pulling away now. Jake's is only 1.5 seconds by Bruno. Whether Bruno let off a little bit.
Yeah.
Let off, you can't say that. Means you farted, doesn't it? No. Maybe he released his foot. He's looking after his tyres. He's got 1.3 over Nick. I told you I'm daft. Totally, completely and utterly bonkers. But I think barring a disaster, I think these two are going to romp away. Nick's probably got third nailed down unless he does something silly. So I think at the moment he's probably just looking to consolidate, I would imagine. Let's go trackside again. Let's jump out of here. Let's have a bit of a bigger view. Thing is, with this track, you don't get too many panoramic views.
No.
Some of the angles in some of the tracks are much better. You get a really good wide-angle view of everything. So we got Dano, who's currently, I'm assuming these guys are on they are on the same lap. Allegedly, he's 13 seconds behind Dylan. That's... Oh, actually, yeah, because I was in the wrong one there, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Unless he's... No, he can't be lapping somebody. He's in 16th place. Unless he's trying to unlap himself since he came out of the pits. Because that's not Dylan, is it? Because he's 11 seconds behind Dylan, who currently looks to be behind him. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, or something is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time with this game. It certainly wouldn't. I think sometimes what this game does as well, again, it used to do this, I don't know whether it's been fixed, but if anything ever happened to you in qualifying, if you got disconnected and you came back in and still carried on, when it came to the race, it didn't actually show that you were in the race. it showed you were there, but it didn't show any time, so you'd be last. It wouldn't matter where you were in the field, you had to try and guess where everyone was. Well, like I say, if you've ever done this stuff before, which you obviously have, bloody difficult.
And then sometimes there's even like more of the same guy. It's like in 3 or 4 Dylans. It's like
yeah, it's like he's in first, second, third, and fourth. Does that mean you get 4 lots of points? No. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of the guys that didn't get to be looked at.
Oh, that's now Dirkie.
So that's obviously Quicksilver, I'm assuming.
Yeah, his real name is Dirkie.
Dirkie.
Yeah.
Can't fault it. I remember Adam and the Ants in years gone by had an album called Dirk Wears White Socks. That's as close as I can get to that name. And you had Dirk Diggler in the film depicting John Holmes. Who, for those of you that don't know who he is, I'm not going to explain. Ask your mum. I better still ask your dad, actually. You better not ask your mum. Might get you in trouble. Let's just say he was a well-built bloke, for those of you that don't know. You can work that out. I'm jealous. So what we got? Craig here. Oh, there was a bit of a battle going on there, but it's not anymore. Oh yeah, it is. So we got Mr. Pod. In the meantime, I'm going to jump back up to Naughty Nick. Because he's saying that he's close, but, well, okay. Yeah, he's within a second, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's 1 point. But at the moment, those gaps are still...
Yeah, under a second from Jake, so...
And then, let's say Bruno's still got his 1.8 seconds. Depends where you are on the track, really. I don't think they've really altered that much, have they? At the moment, we got... I think this is probably the... I was going to say the closest battle. It looks the closest, but time-wise, depends where you are.
I must say, White Rider is also a very decent racer, I must say.
Yeah, there's some good guys. I think there's 1 or 2 that weren't there tonight as well. And I mean, in fairness, I don't know how you guys have done at your end, but what they said here, look, any 8 can take part. You don't have to be the fastest guys. You don't always have to be the fastest. But I suppose if we have I think that's one for the stewards. I think he'll do the decent thing here. I think he'll do the decent thing and let him back.
Yeah,
he's got to let him back. Is he waiting for him there? Is that him coming back? No, I don't know.
I don't know whether he maybe sustained some serious damage. Or...
Yeah, because where are
number 8, Marius. Now in P7.
Is he back in? Yeah, he's back. Yeah, good. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
That's one thing for me. I might not be the fastest, but race at AK is my thing. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad. It is awkward though. That's one thing I will say coming into some of the corners here. They're not very forgiving. If you're side by side, some of them are fine. You've got plenty of swing, as I call it, in terms of being able to sort of stay out wide, almost be in 2 lanes and stay there. But some of these corners you haven't really got a line. And I don't know, the thing I found lately is the proximity indicators. I found them a bit hit and miss. Because I use them quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because I always race in cockpit. I've always raced cockpit. Well, I race helmet cam now, just for realism, just so I can see really how slow I am.
I must say, I also...
What's NJH doing there? I thought he was... Oh, that's okay. Do you race that way as well, do you? Or?
Yeah, I'm also starting today actually with the helmet view one. And I must say, if you start off with that, it's not easy to get used to it. But yeah.
I just thought I'd give it a whirl. But you can switch the actual helmet bit off to give you the view. However, it will still kind of look into the apexes of the corners, and I kind of like that. One or 2 of the guys I've spoken to hate it, but I kind of like it. I think I do that in real life. If I'm coming to a corner, I'm kind of looking around the corner if I'm on the motorway. I think I'm a budding race driver, but I just like to see what's ahead of me. I've just always done that as a driver, and so to me it just seemed a natural thing to do.
Yeah, I think, and as soon as you get basically the aspect ratio right of your TV compared to the field of view setting, I think then it will be quite a lacquer way to race actually.
I've messed around with them a lot.
Yeah.
These guys have tightened up a little bit. There's only 1.5 seconds between Bruno and Naughty Nick here. So whether they've all sort of kind of kept the tyres a little bit, that's another thing you just don't always know.
Oh, we have like, what's it, 4 laps left?
Speedo again, didn't they? See what's he got in there? He's got 14.7 litres, so he's probably running a bit heavy. No, actually, no, it might not be. It might not be that much. I don't know what they're running.
No, Jake's on 13.
It's just interesting. Oh, right, okay.
Oh, Bruno on 14.6.
But again, sometimes people might put in a bit more. And the other thing is, some of these cars actually run better heavy.
Yeah, and some of them actually handles better with more fuel sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, was he trying to... Oh, it might have been the angle I was looking at then.
Oh,
sorry for the rest of you guys. Oh no, I think that was a back marker just moving out. I don't think he had anywhere to go.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times, yeah. I just saw the replay, yeah, he did. That's why I like that 5 or 10 seconds behind, because if you are watching and something particularly does happen, and apologies to anyone else, but I'm staying with this, because it is probably the battle on course. I know NJH has got a little battle going on, but this is the battle at the minute. Because these 3 guys had the podium nailed down right from the start, I think, but it's who's going to get second and third.
Yeah, and you can see Nick is starting to apply some pressure on Jakes. Definitely.
Yeah, he's trying to push it. The thing that I noticed, something you touched on earlier, with like the tyre physics and the track physics. Something else I noticed as well is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? I noticed if you're right behind someone, the downforce physics, you do lose downforce.
Definitely.
Which is real, so I'm not complaining about it. It is real.
And very close there now.
Is he going to get... Yeah, these boys are tight. I'm definitely going to stay... I didn't know whether he was going to look to go wide there to take the inside.
Yeah, quite offensive there by Jakes.
Yeah, he's covered the line. He's done the right thing. But can he go wide here to carry the speed through? Because he looks like he's got it. No, he hasn't. That's where I thought he might go on the inside, but I think he lost a bit of ground there on Jakes. It's really hard actually to tailgate someone.
Especially you don't know when are they really going to apply the brakes. So
he's lost it. Oh well, it had to be tried. I think that's blown his chances, if I'm honest. But what is there to lose?
Yeah,
he had a big enough gap, I think. It's one of them things, isn't it? That's what happens usually to me. I'm trying to overtake somebody, I'll spend 5 laps catching them up and then blow it all in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, this is not really a wide enough track to actually overtake, so you need to find that specific point to overtake someone.
Yeah. Or you've really got to hope that somebody makes a mistake going into a corner and you're carrying the speed out, so that you've got to run on them. It's not easy, is it? That's for certain. Oh, what's that?
Back marker.
Oh no, it's a back marker. I was going to say then. I
just thought what happened to Jakes now.
Yeah, it's like, where are we? Let's jump back. Because again, with these two here, White Rider, he's getting caught here, isn't he?
Oh, that's our international driver, Ross.
That's got to be a Scottish name, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't be called Ross unless you come from Scotland, can you? It is. Like, Ross McEwen at the Clan McEwen. He probably drinks Iron Brew anyway. I used to race with a couple of Scottish lads, and it was funny because he actually had some Iron Brew. He took a photo of it and stuck it on there. It was like, Iron Brew built in Scotland from gutters. That's what he used to say on the advert. It's actually really nice if you've never had it. It tastes quite nice, but it's like most fizzy drinks, it makes you burp. Yeah. So what is he? Is he in South Africa or is he?
No, he's staying in Scotland.
Oh right, he is in Scotland, but he races with you guys. That's cool.
And then we've got another guy staying in Greece as well, also racing with us.
Oh crikey!
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually Dylan's nephew, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So say we got a few in some of the groups. Obviously, you tend to get mainly from across sort of Central Europe and Western Europe. So it'd be like your Hollands, Belgiums, Germanys, France's, Spain's. Don't like France because they won the World Cup.
Yeah, it was actually a pity. I wouldn't mind Croatia beating them, but yeah, well, they did try. I must say they did try.
Yeah, they were unlucky, I thought, to be fair. I mean, Mario Mandzukic for the own goal for the first one, couldn't do much about it. I thought the penalty wasn't, in my opinion, but hey, each to their own. But I think the second half, you can't knock Mbappe's goal. He gave the keeper the eyes and went the other way, and
yeah.
Pogba, well, hey, I think by then keeper couldn't see it. He had no chance with it. And as for Mandzukic's goal, class. I thought it was brilliant from Hugo Lloris. For a really good goalkeeper, he doesn't half make a mess sometimes. He does some corkers. Why is it telling me he's close? Oh yeah, he's close to the man in front. It's Mr. V. Dubber.
Yeah, Gerard.
I'll let you say that. You can say that better than me.
You'll probably say Gerard.
Yeah, I'll probably just call him G, you know. It's just easier that way. I am the epitome of laziness. If I can find a lazy way of saying something, trust me, I will find it. It's just always the way.
I checked
Especially
Bruno
if it's the longest name.
On a 4.5 second gap over Jake.
He's got this wrapped up again. First time I've seen the guy, he's quite impressive, to be fair. I think he's going to wrap up quite a few wins in this series.
Yeah, sometimes we have to talk to him to calm down because in our local series he's quite something else.
What, in terms of aggression, driving, or just being...
Aggression. He's like a first corner attacker.
Oh yeah, it's like pile-up type.
Yeah, he's
too
like
many public
that.
lobbies.
He's just waiting for that open door to go inside. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with controlled aggression. But again, it's at least, I suppose, he's got the tools. You know he's got the tools, and it's a case of just honing and refining. Might be the words that we might
flashing
use.
the lights to celebrate his victory. Well done, Bruno.
Yeah.
Second one in a row.
Again, gun to tape. You can't knock that. Pretty sound performance.
Yeah.
And like I say, if he was good with a pad, once he gets used to the wheel, he's probably going to be a couple of seconds.
Even better, yeah.
He'll easily make. Yeah, I would have said. He's definitely going to do that. But that's a pretty sound win for him there. I think you've got a gem.
Yeah,
no. Got a gem.
Oh, some lagging at the end of the race, at least.
Yeah, at least it's at the end. At least it's at the end. And Jack taking it. That is brilliant lagging. Jack taking a good second.
Nick third.
From obviously Naughty Nick. That was a good race from him, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Double Mr. Guitars, that's a brilliant name. That's awesome. I bet Johnny Weissmuller never knew that, or was it Weissmuller? Not sure.
But
I think
he probably couldn't decide whether he wants to be a band member or a Tarzan fan.
yeah. It'd be... So instead of doing his from the trees, I can't do it as high as that. Unfortunately, my balls are dropped, so that's a problem for me. But he could probably do that, and instead of holding onto a rope, he can hold onto a
string.
Yeah, he can have a Les Paul standard or something like that. It just modernise the thing. But I think that'd be quite this race was quite interesting points-wise, because I think as much as you certainly
took the
in the first race you blitzed it. You blitzed the first 5, but I think you took the first 2. But then I think after that, I think the OTL boys got some points in the middle.
I think it will be close again.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think there's some good team points there.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be interesting to see what the tables will be. It's going to be quite tight, I think. But again, you got to give the kudos to Bruno there. 2 out of 2 and quite commanding.
Yeah.
And again, good battle. I think the battle of the day was Jake's and Naughty Nick. That was certainly the race within the race.
And
although there were a few other close ones.
Yeah, and I also think Jake's actually were like the buffer between Bruno and the rest of the pack. So
I think he kept Nick away. I think if anyone was going to catch Bruno, then you were probably looking at Nick. But I think the fact that those two were kind of preoccupied with one another gave. I'm not saying that gave Bruno the race. I mean, if you look at the lap times, there's not much in it. And Nick, did he do the best lap time? 37.9?
Definitely the big best. Yeah, no, that was the best. Yeah.
So I think from a team perspective, I think Jakes was a pretty good wingman.
Yeah, I think he was just driving defensively, try and just let Bruno pull a little bit of a gap. So.
Yeah, he did a good job. To be fair, like I say, from a team perspective, that's what you want.
Yeah.
No bias on my part. I am not biased. Not at all. Yeah, it's a pretty fair spread through the field.
Yeah, there's another 2 OTL, and then again another 2.
So there you go. You've now met a mad Englishman who lives in Wales and he's called Scott.
Yeah.
All that has to be is Irish, and we'd fill the British Isles.
Yeah, my real name is Jacques. So yeah, Scott, pleased to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. That was good fun, and hopefully we'll meet each other again in a couple of weeks' time. And you never know, we can drag Mackie along for the ride.
Yeah, as long as
hopefully
Mackie is sober.
Some of his barbecue with him. Yeah, we just say send us faxes or email us some bottles of what you're drinking, mate. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have a good night anyway, and give plenty of kudos to Bruno and Jack for that one. Some good racing there.
Okay, Scott.
All the best to you. See you in a couple of weeks.
Okay,
and
Scott.
For those of you that are watching, bugger off because we finished. Good night, all.
Okay, Scott. Cheers.
No.
Well done, boys. Well done, Bruno. Nice one, Nick. Nice, Nick. You had a nice dice there with Jakes. Yeah, Bruno, I think you have a faultless race, really. And also I must say, not a lot of lagging in the second race. So yeah,